factories may be roaring with a zoomer like a wee, but there isn't any roar when the clock strikes 4. Everything stops for tea.
Hello and welcome to Bargain Hunt. Today we're in historic Harrogate and this is the famous Betty's Tea Rooms. Now I'm here to meet tonight's contestants who are two teams of glamorous ladies. But they don't seem to be here yet.
And we're the blue team!
I did tell you it was two pairs of glamorous ladies, didn't I? Now, genteel and elegant ladies have been coming to these famous tea rooms for over 80 years, and today is no exception. Or is it? Let me introduce you to today's teams. But first of all, may I call you girls?
Yes.
That's what we want to hear. OK, over on this side, we've got the blue team. Your name, first of all?
Adrian James, and you can call me Ada.
I'm going to do that, Ada. And your name?
Kitty Litter, but you can call me any time.
Kitty, just behave yourself. This is a family show. Now, come on, girls. Can you go out there and can you find me some bargains?
We'll give it a go.
Or will you be trying to pick up something cheap?
Well, you're speaking to them next.
I am indeed. OK, over on this side, it's the red team. Let's meet them first of all. Your name is?
It's Miss Alfie Hooker.
Ah, Miss Alfie Hooker. We've got the idea. And your name?
Phyllis Stein.
Phyllis Stein. Now, what I want to know is this. Can you go out there? Well, you heard what the girls said. Can you go out and find some bargains and beat these girls?
Oh, we certainly can. We love antiques. You just have to look at my husband.
Are you saying that your husband is a little bit older than you are?
Oh, just slightly.
Now, what kind of antiques are you going to be looking for?
Oh, I'd say an antique statue of some description. A fine figure of a man just like yourself, David.
Phyllis, just behave yourself. Now, the rules are very, very simple. I'm going to give each team £500 in 1 hour. Get on those high heels, get out there in the fair and look for a bargain. It's not easy, is it, bargain hunters? But if you do make a profit, you get to keep it. What do you think about that?
Yes, new frocks.
OK, let's give you the dosh, first of all. 500 quid over here. £500 to you there, Phyllis. Your transport awaits you outside, ladies. May I escort you to the fair? Away we go.
Let's go.
Alfie, come on, love. Leave that alone. Come on, girls. Away you go. Watch those high heels. I'll tell you what, I've got my work cut out today. Now keep your eye on the girls, and in particular what they buy at the fair. There is a competition today and a great prize to be won. See you at the fair! Take the Great Northern International Antique Fair in Harrogate, add 4 drag artists, and what have you got? A recipe for trouble. Now seriously, girls, do you like antiques, Ada?
I love them. She likes anything with a pulse.
What about our experts? How will they cope? With the blue team is the dazzling Pippa Deely, whilst James Braxton has got his hands full with the reds.
Well, I must say I'm feeling slightly underdressed today, which isn't normal.
Very dapper. You really do. Very dapper.
I've forgotten my jewels, though. The chairs. We finally found our bit of furniture. What do you think of them?
I think they're just a smashing pair of chairs. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, they do actually look comfortable and very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, they are. You said it, aesthetically. The whole style is Japanese aesthetic. Late 19th century, when Japan opened up, really, effectively. And it influenced a style, everything Oriental. We wanted everything Oriental. This is why you get this black, sort of reminiscent of black lacquer.
Can you tell us something about the tiles, actually?
Yeah, I hope. I'm sure they are. They're Minton. very famous manufacturer of tiles, and they're rather fun, sort of Nubian slaves. They're sort of romantic.
Let's just say interesting.
Let's not get
interesting.
that. Price-wise, are they cheaper than a Nubian slave?
Well, the budget that we're on, that really left with a hell of a lot after. They're £475 at the moment for the pair.
$475, and so that leaves us around £25.
About £25 to go shopping with if you
Well, we are sure we can get them down.
Yeah. Well, Alfie, kick off your high heels. I see the stallholder running away. If you can catch him, we might be able to sort of edge something off the price.
I shall do my best and persuade him.
on your bike.
So far, so good. But it's the blue team up next.
Oh, what a lovely busty hair. How much is that, darling?
£10.50.
£10.50? It's 21 quid. We'll get both of them.
She means £1,050.
What, £1,050?
I tell you what, love, I'll swap it for your frock.
They're not as cheap as chips, these, love.
Oh dear. Still, at least these girls know a good bust when they see one. This fabulous Victorian Tantalus can be won in today's competition. All you have to do is tell me, out of all the contestants' pieces, which single piece will make the biggest profit, if any, and which will make the biggest loss. The information coming up now will tell you how to contact us.
Cabinets are always magnets. Have a look at them. There's always lots of lovely treasures. And, we've got everything from all over the world. We've got ivory from Japan. We've got a bit of European, Italian micro-mosaic up there. Down here, some rather attractive buttons.
Am I right in guessing that they're actually Satsuma buttons?
Well done. Sotheby's, beware. You're right. Lovely Satsuma buttons. And then, huddled next door to the Indian elephant, is this rather nice item. Looks like a circular snuff box in there. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Love the picture. I think it just sets it off completely.
So do I.
Absolutely marvellous.
I think that's sort of 18th century engraving, which has been hand-coloured. Very, very hard-grained wood. I'm unsure what the wood is.
To me, it looks not dissimilar. Okay, credibility out the window, like rosewood or...
Yeah, and I think you'd be right there. I think it probably is. It's a good tropical hardwood. And it has no thread, so it'd have to be a close fitting because you want to keep the moisture in snuff, otherwise it gets really dry. And there's lots of etiquette about snuff. So Walter Raleigh brought in tobacco. From it being smoked, it was soon taken. There was lots of carp, lots of etiquette, but...
It was, but I found some better things to clear my chest nowadays.
It's uncommanding, but it draws the eye, definitely.
It does, doesn't it? But the thing I like about this bit is it's a great price. They got it on at 65. That's right. There may be a bit of movement, and it's just a really pleasing bit.
It's nice. I think we should go for it.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
The nice thing is the price. I think that's the decider.
Well, it's going for 65, but...
I think we're going to have a bit of a banter with it and try and knock a couple of quid off for us.
Yeah.
I think I shall pop off and have a word.
Well, Phyllis, you're bigger than the stallholder.
There we go. What can I say? Leave it to me.
Use your charm.
The Reds are storming ahead, but the Blues still haven't bought a thing. Maybe they need some help. A bit of jewellery, perhaps. What about this 1930s Cartier look-alike? I mean, could you fancy wearing something like this, girls?
Pin it on. Take your pick.
You must be joking. What a pair. Contestants, I mean, bargain hunters. Now, bargain hunters, I know a lot of you out there are desperate to acquire knowledge about the antique business. One method is to acquire a selection of antique reference books. The other is to log on to our website. It's as simple as that, and it's all there waiting for you. Now, I found something specially for the ladies. Fellas, do you mind just moving back and letting the little lady have a look? You're all dolled up, you're going out for that special evening, you've got the black little number on, and you look fantastic. But you need an accessory to set it off. What about something like this? French, 1930s, a hand-beaded evening bag. 50 quid? Smile at the old man and he'll buy it for you. Now, if you're a bit more outgoing, are you a gambler? Would you gamble 120 quid on a Las Vegas 1950s handbag? It's got cards there. It's even got its own slot machine. Mind you, you've got to be outrageous to wear that. Outrageous? I think I know a couple of girls who can handle this. Handbags, jewellery, this fair has everything a girl could ever wish for.
Oh, Bona, what do you think to this?
Think again.
Do you not think it's my size?
The hanger would fit you.
Thank you.
David.
Oh.
Sold.
Oh.
Right, James, I've just come across this absolute, I think, novelty, fun, very, very old matchbox. A couple of two little engravings in there, as you can see. Brought it here to my eye just looking at him.
I'm not going to start blushing, am I?
Please, James, explain.
Well, always look at the price label. You might find some secrets here. It's Birmingham, 1900, so we're out of the naughty 90s, 1890s. It's got some good hallmarks on it. And we've got a very classic, sort of late Victorian Rococo matchbox cover with the addition, as your keen eye found, to erotic figures, which is unusual. It's a novelty, the cult of the novelty. That's what the market loves. Anything unusual. This could be our third and final item.
Because we haven't quite got a lot left.
No.
Marked at 58 at the moment.
58.
I think if we go and have a bit of a banter, I might get it to drop it down a wee bit for us.
Come on, Phyllis, take it away.
On. I'll show you the way. Come on, then.
James.
The Reds have spent their money, but the Blues still haven't bought a thing.
On a clear day. Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall.
You'll need both of these for your chins, love.
Cheap.
Are you just doing your makeup in these? You're actually considering buying them?
We like them. We're going to buy them, I think.
They're really good. They're called Girandolls.
Sellable?
The sort of thing that's going to sell really well in the market at the moment. It's a bit iffy in places, furniture's not doing so well. This sort of thing, doing really well. What do you like about them?
I just feel, they're very dramatic and over the top, very glam.
Indeed, they are.
Yeah,
These
very
lusters are
theatrical.
lovely, aren't they?
Yeah,
Do great
beautiful.
for earrings.
Dead dramatic.
And used for throwing light out into the room.
Just one problem.
What's that?
£650.
Oh, 650.
Yeah.
That is a bit of a problem, given that we've only got £500. There's a bit of damage here. You might want to point that out. But it shouldn't matter too much, the sale point of things, because when they're up on the wall and the light's shining, it won't make any difference, really. If you do manage to get them down, because you've only got the £500, it's all your eggs in one basket, do you just want to go for these two things?
Yeah, we'll give it a go, can't we?
All or nothing?
Absolutely.
Well, you just have to barter, won't you? Make him an offer he can't refuse.
Yes. Well,
How could he say no to two such beautiful ladies?
Well, we can give it a go, can't we?
yes. Where is he?
Where is he?
Here, mate!
What about your expert, James?
Oh, sweetie.
Tell you what, he's a bit of a ladies' man, you know.
Oh, he certainly is, you know.
He's been an absolute sweetie.
Girls, have you had a good day at the fair?
We've had a ball.
Fantastic. See you next time at the auction. They are characters, aren't they? See you! Now, you've seen the girls and you've seen what they've bought. And if you want to enter the competition, get voting now. The first item the red team bought were these fine pair of hall chairs, but at £375, will they take the weight? Number 2 is this 18th century snuff box. It costs £40, but will it sniff a profit? Number 3 is the silver matchbox. Will the Reds strike it lucky? Meanwhile, the blue team are pinning all their hopes on just one item. The question is, will these Girondelle mirrored wall lights brighten up the boys in blue, or will it make them a loss and put them in the shade? Call us on 0900 1800 300 or log on to bbc.co.uk/antiques and you could win this fabulous prize. We've headed north for our auction this week to the picturesque town of Leyburn on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales. Now, the gentleman sat next to me is Rodney Tennant. He's a familiar face, and it's nice to be back here.
It's a pleasure to have you.
First team is the red team. Let's see what they bought. Described as an 18th century snuff box. What I don't like about this is the way we have this fragment of a print. I think this has been meant to deceive you. I'm going to say not a snuff box, and at 40 quid, a duffer. What do you think about it, Rodney?
I think it probably is worth about £40, but it's not 18th century. It is purely a decorative box.
You're going for a profit?
I'm going for a £1 or £2 profit.
He's on the fence. I'm going in for a £1 or £2 loss. I think it's just a little bit expensive. OK, now the next item is a pair of chairs, the major purchase of £375. Now, what we've got here is a pair of hall chairs. They are decorative, and you have this ebonized decoration, very architectural, the shape. Now, what do you think about those, Rodney?
I can't see them making 375. I'd rather give more for a pair of really good aesthetic movement chairs.
And so at £375, a little on the hot side. OK, last lot is the Vesta box, silver, about 1901, holding this matchbox there. £50 was paid. What do you think about that?
Everything's right about it, but it is just something that is worth £30, £40 to my mind, and I think it'll show a slight loss.
I'm also going along with Rodney, and I'm saying a small loss. Now, the next team is the blue team. What they did was rather bold. They went for just one piece, Rodney, and they threw all their eggs into one basket. They've bought that pair of Girondel mirrored wall lights over there. They're probably 1920s, they maybe even be 30s or 40s. They could even be 50s. There's odd parts put in there, drops have been put in and so forth. And I'm going to hold on to you very carefully, Rodney, and I'm going to tell you the price they paid for those. They paid 485 quid for them.
Keep holding on, David.
OK, now come on, in fairness, they are decorative. What do you think about them?
Well, they're very decorative. I don't think they were very bright. The purchases, that is. I've been much happier with somewhere around about half that price, but I have made horrendous errors of judgment on this programme, and this may be another one.
Haven't we all?
This may be another one. But for my money, I would like to have given half the price.
OK, fingers crossed on the day, but I have a feeling that they are probably just a little bit too much money and they could fail. But what do you think, bargain hunters? Because what we think is only an opinion. This business is all about opinions, and you have an opinion of your own. Cast your eyes over all the pieces you've seen. Where are the winners? Where are the losers? They're going under the hammer shortly, so you won't have much time. Tell you what, the real thing would cost you a nice few bob, Rodney.
Well, it would, wouldn't it? But still can't see it.
Nope. Now, the rules of this business are very simple. Try and buy quality and try and buy originality. And I found an item here which combines both of those. A tea caddy, mid-19th century, 1840, 1850. It's in burr walnut, Victorian, perhaps a little earlier. Absolutely perfect. A right old Bobby Dazzler, you might say. The escutcheon that covers the key is in cut brass. All original, a little bit grubby, a little bit dirty, but that's the way you want it. Let me show you inside. It looks absolutely perfect. It still has the two containers for the tea. In the centre is a mixing bowl. You would have blended your tea by mixing green and black teas. And I'm going to say that's the original mixing bowl. But have a look at these. Fabulous. Original, untouched. Open up the canister. The lining inside, the foil lining, perfectly honest, never been touched. But I want to show you something. What about that for a fit after 160 years of heat, of contraction, and it still fits like that? That tells me that this is sheer quality cabinet work. What are you going to pay for something like this? Well, the auctioneer says a guide price of about 250. David says to you, you don't see one in this condition very often, and when the opportunity arises, put 300 quid into it, put a few more quid, doesn't really matter. This is a little corker, and it wants buying.
30, 40, 50, 70, 80.
I've been doing this job for 30 years, and still when I walk in the sale room, I can feel the hairs on the back of my neck start coming up. It's going to be a great day today. Are our teams going to do any good? Fingers crossed. And if you fancy a go, you can do it. Go on, have a go. The auction's about to start, and the lines for the competition are now closed. I've got the red team here. Recognise them? You don't? That's because they've come as themselves. Over on this side, Philip, and over here, Deck. Morning to you, lads.
Hi, Dave. You all right?
I tell you what, confident today?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Yeah.
Slightly.
Slightly confident, okay. Okay, coming up now, lot 78, the snuff box.
Lot 78.
Let's see what happens. It just cost 40 quid.
In 18th century style, circular box in 18th century style.
What do you think?
What do you wish? Snuff, pins or whatever. Start me at £40, it's a decorative item.
Cost 40.
A 20 bid, thank you, at £20 only bid. A small box there.
Bit more than that.
£20. Anyone else? You all then at 20, 30,
Get her over there.
40, 50.
Straight in the profit.
No, sir, at £50. In the doorway now at £50.
It's a good start.
You all done this time at 50. You're out on my right. And we're selling this time at £50 for the final time.
£50, a profit of £10. Did it matter? It wasn't 18th century. We don't care. It made a profit. Here's the chairs. Is this going to take them up or bring them down?
With the Moist Smith panels in them, the Minton plaques in them, tiles in them.
Here we go. This is the big one.
Start me at £200. Aesthetic style chairs. Start me at 200. 100 then. £100 may I say? And
Struggling a bit, bargain hunters.
£100 only bid. At 100, 120, 150, 180. At £180.
They're cheap at that.
Fill them up surely. At what pair of them? At 180, 200. At 200, 220.
Get your money out of your pockets.
240. At £240. At £240.
Just a bit dear, weren't they?
For the first, second, and third and final time at 240. Number 3.
240, 340, £135 down. That's a bit of a blow, that is. And now we're going in with a matchbox. I don't think this can catch up.
Lot 80, this very nice small silver Vesta holder. The Vesta holder there. Start me at £20. £20, all done at 20, 30, 40. At £40. Anyone else? Anyone down there? You all done this time at 40. Selling at £40.
Oh, minus 135 and minus 10 is minus 145. Take away the £10 profit and it's minus £135. I'll tell you what, antiques, dressing up in clothes is one thing, but antiquing, that's something else. Come on, you two. I'm looking for 404. That was that cracking tea caddy. Very, very original, in mint condition. Estimate 250. I'm going to say, get £300 out. You could afford a little bit more. Here it is now.
An exceptionally good example. Very rich.
He's saying exceptional. I'm saying to you, it's a cracking lot.
100, a 100 bid in the front row.
It's cheap at that.
180, 200, 240, 260. At £260.
It's still cheap at that, believe you me.
At 320, right on the aisle.
£320. I am saying to you, that is a good buy. Still moving up, 360.
380.
380. It's more like it, 400.
£400. Still on the aisle now at £400. Your last chance to buy this fine tea caddy at £400. 420.
In again. A last minute bidder, you see. Straight in, 420, 460.
520. No. 520. Selling at £520.
£520. Did you think it was a good price? No, I think it was a fair price. Clean, fresh, honest goods to the market, and that's what you want. And they're better than shares at the moment, believe you me. Are you happy with your buy?
Certainly, yeah.
This is what I keep telling you, bargain hunters. Guys come in here, strong bidder, he's bought a cracking lot. I'm going to say to you, congratulations. That is a good investment.
Thanks very much.
Recognise him? It's Billy and Adrian. You know. Of course you do. OK. You went in strong. You put all your money in one lot. Why did you do that?
I think we've got a good chance, actually.
What do you think?
Definitely, yeah.
I've looked at them. They're a nice decorative lot. It's either way, will they make the money? The moment of truth, it's here. Coming up now, these are the Girondelle wall brackets.
Lot 91, the pair of Girondole with mirrored wall lights. Very decorative pair. Start me at £100. Start me at £100 the pair. 100 is bid. Thank you, madam. On the aisle at £100. At £100. 120, 140, 160, 180. At £180.
Got to be worth more than
On the
that.
aisle, 180. 200 and 20.
There's a telephone bidder down there.
240, 260.
Telephone bidder.
280.
Who's that?
300.
Do you think the Sultan of Brunei likes it?
£300. 320. 340. £340. At 340. 360. 380.
Come on.
380. 400.
Yes.
And 20. £420.
You need a bit more.
420. 440.
Yes.
460.
Costs 485.
480. 500.
Profit.
£500. No, at £500. Well
I
done.
tell you
At
what.
500. The telephone's out now. The bid is
Crept
on the
in.
aisle. At £500. Anybody else want to come in at £500? No. Thank you, madam.
£500. Slipped in there with a quick profit on the rails. 15 quid profit. I'll tell you what. You're interior decorators, you two. Come on. So did you spot the item which made the biggest profit? It was, of course, the Girondelle mirrored wall lights, which made £15. The hall chairs lost a massive £135, making the biggest loss. We'll give you the name of the winner of our competition in next week's programme. Well, the result of the auction is in. So let's see how the boys did. Oh, or may I call you girls?
You certainly can, David.
Over on this side, we've got the red team. It is Phyllis and Alfie. A small loss. 135 quid. What have you got to say about it, Phyllis?
Nothing to do with me. Told her the chairs wouldn't go anywhere. Have a word.
Alfie?
Don't talk to me, I'm sulking.
I'll tell you what, they have been terrific sports, haven't they? Have you enjoyed the day?
Smashing.
Been fabulous.
We've enjoyed having you on the show, but today we've got a cash winner. The girls in blue, Kitty and Ada, a win of 15 quid. Who's going to have the dosh?
Give it to her.
Ada, what are you going to spend it on?
I'm going to join a slimming club so I can lose £135.
We can't let the girls go without a great song. Kitty, take it away.